America's favorite sport is back. NCAA, back. NFL, back. Football has officially kicked off. We got great games. We got Georgia. We got two blue bloods in Alabama and Texas. We got Colorado. They're the biggest story in the college football world right now. And of course, we have the entire NFL to look forward to. What's there not to love? But let's start in Athens first, where the Georgia Bulldogs put up an absolute slacking over the Ball State Cardinals. However, that slacking only took place over 3 quarters. Georgia did not put up any points in the first quarter, which is pathetic if you're the number 1 overall team in the country. The only points Georgia had in the first 16 minutes were a punt return touchdown from Mekhi Muse. However, Carson Beck, he looked okay. He was respectable. He had 283 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. I mean, it's respectable. But if we're expecting to compete at a high level like we have the last 2 years, we need a change. I'm calling for Brock Vandergrift to be the new starting quarterback at the University of Georgia. His mobility puts him over the top over Carson Beck. In the game that he played against UT Martin, he was dropping dimes down the field. He was running down the field. He was great. I mean, speaking of great quarterbacks, let's go over to Colorado real quick. Shedeur Sanders might be on a Heisman run right now. His first 2 games as the starter, he has over 900 passing yards. You know what else he has? 7 touchdowns. That's 1 on the ground and 7 through the air. He's been absolutely incredible for the Buffs. And you know who else has been absolutely incredible? Quinn Ewers. He absolutely dismantled the Alabama defense, and quite frankly, as a Georgia fan, I find it really funny. Ewers dropped 349 on Alabama's head. He had 3 touchdowns through the air as well, and quite frankly, it's really funny to see Alabama fail. I mean, everyone's reign must come to an end, and I think this 39-yard touchdown to A.D. Mitchell was the final coup de grace. Alabama's done. So everyone, sing it with me. Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye. That's right, Nick. You are finally out of my life. I'm not concerned about you anymore. No one is. No one is scared of Alabama anymore. With Jalen Milroe at quarterback, who is going to be scared of that? Maybe some Middle Tennessee State who they played in week 1. Milroe had 2 interceptions against Texas. That's pathetic if you're supposed to be one of the top SEC teams. However, let's go over to the NFL real quick because Joe Burrow just signed the biggest annual deal in NFL history. $275 million over 5 years. That's an average of $55 million per year. So surely he played great, right? No, not really. 82 yards. 14 for 31. That is 45% passing. That's horrible. There are high school kids who could show up and do that against an NFL defense. What are we doing? The Bengals look like an absolute joke right now. I mean, if we're going to pay some guy $55 million a year to do that, to just miss receivers, I don't see why we can't just throw some Joe Schmo out there, give him a literal 1,000th of that at $55,000 per year, and probably do the exact same thing. I just don't know what to do with this team. I mean, we get so close, then we can't get over the hump. At least this time, we didn't have any hope to start with. But I can't wear this jersey proudly anymore. That was awful. This organization has been an absolute joke for the entirety of my life. Think about it. Andy Dalton. I mean, he started a season 0-8 at one point. Then when we did finally draft Joe Burrow, everyone was expecting us to find a way to mess up the pick somehow. I mean, this organization is a joke. I can't represent this team anymore. I just can't do it. I don't know what to do. I walked around at work yesterday because that's part of our uniform, wearing that stupid jersey, standing at the front of the restaurant. and I had to sit there and just take crap from everybody. I mean, Joe Burrow was just terrible in that game. I don't know. I just don't know what to do. The Browns defense weren't the only brown stains on the field. The only thing I can say is that Burrow needs to turn it around, or else we might be tanking for Caleb Williams. But all these, crazy emotions, the highs from Georgia, the lows from Georgia, and then just all the lows in general from Cincinnati, mean that football is finally back.